Breaking overnight, Atlanta Fire looking into what happened to a Northwest Atlanta home when it went up in flames. Atlanta News First reporter Asia Wilson is live at an Atlanta fire station this morning. Asia, what do we know about this fire at this point?
Well, Chelsea, we're just getting some new information from Atlanta fire officials. They say a female had to be rescued from that one-story home. Take a look at this video right now on your screen. They say that the fire officials responded to the fire around 12:19 this morning. Atlanta Fire says the person rescued did have a pulse when they were transported to the hospital. The fire was put out, and now investigators are trying to determine the cause. Now, all of this after a massive apartment fire in College Park on Friday. 23 people are out of a home. 12 apartments were destroyed. The fire started early in the morning and reignited, causing firefighters to need hours to fully put it out. EMTs treated some people and pets for smoke inhalation, but no one was hurt. Investigators have not said what the cause of the fire is just yet. Now, right now, again, we are still working to learn more information, including the extent or if that person was even injured. Again, that person was taken to the hospital just to be evaluated. We're hoping to get another update very soon. We're live in Midtown this morning. Asia Wilson, Atlanta News First.
All right, thank you for that update, Asia. Police now